Okay. So Amy said,
If you could get some clips, you fancy talking to yourself? Well, can you get some clips?
I'll give you some clips. So, some things I could talk about right now. The online space right now of business, sales, marketing, entrepreneurship, really where the bulk of money's moving through, where the media eyes are, everything that's happening online. I'm in a very particular niche of it, and I'm in sales. And, I want to be super respectful, because I don't want to be disrespectful. At the same time, I'm going to be authentic, and I'm going to express my energy the way I feel. And the standard online of where the majority of people are at, say for example, the context is sales. So if you don't know, there's people that are running businesses online, call them businesses, but it's a term of endearment if you're actually running a business, because most people aren't running a business. They're offering something. So they're called offers, most likely. And then you've got those offers that are at a high ticket price, which is where you get high ticket sales. And the goal is, the dream is sold to people, you can work remotely anywhere in the world on a laptop, and you will take calls and you work a sales process, and I'm not going to go into the details of that. You work a sales process to help people make a decision to purchase something that's being offered, a product or a service. And I could draw out a starter pack of what it looks like for most high ticket closers. You know those memes that are about starter packs? When you got a haircut, they've got, I don't know what it is, coffee or whatever it is, right? So there's a particular reputation in that high ticket sales space. Now, what I'm seeing, and this is why I'm being respectful and I'm being humble about this, but what I'm seeing is what I kind of learned when I stepped into this space in 2023. Because I started to hear how much money was moving around, people were making 10K a month. That was massive. People were making 10K a month. Companies are doing 100,000 a month. They're doing upwards of 200,000, 300,000, over $1 million. I started to hear all this and I was thinking, fucking hell, I need to get around this. I need to be around this. What am I not doing right now in my life? And it was being around more money. So I made the rookie mistake in the rookie era to believe that more money meant more competence and more skill. How wrong I was. That wasn't the case at all. It wasn't a case that more money was more competency and more skill. It was a case that the market was different. The online market is different to a brick and mortar business. And people were, it's so varied, but people were selling all different types of coaching, services that help other businesses. It would be something along the lines of trading, maybe some automations, whatever it is. And the types of people that I saw that were making a lot of money just surprised me. Really surprised me. Very normal, average, sometimes even below average, people making okay money. And I thought, what the fuck's going on here? And two main things that I want to address right now is one, how low the standard and the quality is for the majority of the market. So I talk about this in Fuck Sales, in the book Fuck Sales that I'm writing. And it's a 90-10 rule. 90% of the market aren't great. They're average, to be respectful. And the top 10% are people that just have some difference about them. They follow specific structures, they're disciplined, they have something in their energy, and they don't fall into the trap of what 90% of people do. And I can pretty much give someone the guidance to become a top 10% and give them the context and understand that the context is important. You can't just be it, you also need opportunity to be it and showcase it. So my thing's always been helping people understand how to get in the top 10%. And I'm not knocking anyone, but as I climb and as I continue to climb in my path and I begin to manage teams, and naturally I'm a leader. This is always naturally supposed to happen for me. I am a leader. So I go into teams, even as someone that's like starting at the bottom, and quite quickly, within months, I'm leading a whole team. Why? Because I just have the natural energy, the characteristics, the personality, the skills, the experience, what wisdom culture is, who Charlie is. I can't really say it with it being that valuable. Check out my website. Check out what people say about me. Check out the feedback. Check out my highlights. Check out the testimonials. Check out the testimonials too, because I've run out of space to keep showing more testimonials. Look at it. Something's different about me specifically. And we're in this space right now where it's not really hard to stand out, but it is hard to find someone that stands out. So I have the ability to help people understand, and I can't turn water into wine, but I can help them understand how to become someone that can operate in the top 10%. Not to be a follower, not to fall into traps, to be careful of certain language patterns. Like, I'm a high ticket closer. You're a loser, that's what you are. I tell you immediately that you're a loser because you're using the same language that 17-year-olds are using. And I don't care who they are. They're 17 years old. When you come in and you avoid a lot of the language of high ticket closer and you just see yourself as a professional and you show up, your entire perspective and framework's different. And you can immediately operate in a higher percentage. You can get in that top 10% because you avoid the loops, you avoid the traps. And now, since I'm just riffing, here's another thing. I am beginning to get applications sent to me, and I'm very grateful for that because it means I'm in a position to provide opportunities. That's what I've worked so hard and diligently for, because I was looking for opportunities and still am, always seeking, always growing. But I'm more in a situation where I can offer opportunity now. That was my dream because I knew I could do that better than anyone else. I knew I could work with people better than anyone else. I knew what my special gift was and what my purpose is. This goes beyond sales. This goes beyond entrepreneurship. To be honest, it's literally why my book's called Fuck Sales. Fuck sales, fuck anything else. What I am is I'm a man on earth driven with an unbelievable godly purpose, here for a duty, and I don't give a fuck about the small boxes that people place themselves in. I'm a sales rep. I'm a high ticket closer. I'm a business owner. That's all important for the context of the framework of understanding identities. Just understanding that. Who are you as an individual? Who are you as a human being? What's your energy saying? What do you do outside? What do you do when you're asked, what are you in sales for? Is it to make money? Sure, money is a consequence. But if it's your leading spearhead, then I know that's going to be the forward projection of your energy when you're on a call, is to take someone's money rather than serve someone. And sometimes the best service we have is to help them facilitate the transaction, to make sure that they buy with us, because them buying with us is way better than them buying with someone else. That's all part of it, but it's not the first primary thing. And what I'm seeing a lot of people do, and I don't know how I feel about it, but they're sharing how they handle objections, and they're sharing how they handle these processes with these buyers that are online. And then what it immediately goes to is them flaunting it online. You know, like just closed a deal, just did this, just did that, right? Maybe I'm missing something here. But just closed a deal, just did this, just flaunted this, closed X amount this month. Okay, great. In the context, if we're just talking about the numbers, yes. But do you have an awareness of anything else? You know, is it how many people I've helped this month? Wow, I've been able to connect with this many people this month and help them make a big decision that's going to change their life. Wow, I've helped serve this many people this month. Look at what they're going to go on to do and what results they've produced. Hey, look at all the people that I've worked with and look at their results, rather than look at me and look how much money I'm making. That's the difference. And that tells me a lot about who you are as an individual, as a man or a woman, is where you're driven. Wisdom culture is all about principles. It's all about the core principles and values that you operate with. And if you don't operate with what I talk about in wisdom culture, then it exposes you as an individual. If you're someone that doesn't, first of all, know their role, definitely doesn't have any accountability, fails to communicate effectively, and cannot trust themselves to do things because they say shit and they don't get it done, then your value is so low. Your XP level is single digits. Yeah? I'm at an XP level that's so fucking high because I live and breathe and act what I preach before preaching it and then hoping that I do it. I'm a living embodiment of it. And what I say, again, doesn't matter. But what people say about me shows me the feedback. What do they say about me? And the feedback with me is the constant same cycle. Unless there's people that are scared of me, there's plenty of those people out there that will avoid me and they'll scurry and they won't want to confront something because they're not quite ready. And I don't even judge those people. But aside those people, my feedback's pretty much 100% positive. And it's not just about blowing smoke up my ass. It's about how they've grown, what they've learned, what they've taken. And I know, in the grand scheme of things, in the bigger picture, you gotta understand money's not a real thing. It's a fucking energy. Money is something you earn from a service, how you serve humanity. This is how I think about it. It's way bigger than, look at what's in my bank. It's not a real thing, bro. It's not a real thing. Your bank can be stopped at any moment. If you don't believe that, you're uneducated and you're in for a rude awakening. The bank can stop you from pulling out money whenever they want. Right now, I'm trying to facilitate a transaction through crypto. I had to go through a questionnaire, I had to show my face, I had to go through ID, I had to do all this. Then I had to wait 24 hours. Then I've gone to send it into my crypto wallet, and now it's still pending. Then they declined it, and then the security around it shows that you're not in control of your money. So it can't be just about money. It has to be what you're doing this for in your core. And I know everywhere that I go, I am there to improve a situation. I'm there to solve problems. I'm there to help people. I'm there to serve. I'm there to create a reputation that when people aren't in front of me, they speak highly about me. And sure, I'm a challenging individual, and sure, I'm not perfect, but they mostly speak high things about me. That's the kind of impact that I'm looking to make. And then consequently, make no mistake about it, I'm here to make and earn a fuck ton of money. And I will continue to do that with those leading principles. And that's why I'll not only be in the top 10%, I'm in the top 1%. Because this takes experience in life. This takes you to be put into challenging situations. You actually have to go through turmoil. You actually have to earn positions. You actually have to stay disciplined and work and follow your word. You actually have to be a vibration and an embodiment of what you desire to live. If you want an unbelievable body, you have to follow the fucking lifestyle that will lead you to an unbelievable body. If you want to be a great human being, then you have to remove all of the components that are preventing you from being a great human being. It's simple formulas. It might not be simple to everyone, it is to me, and that's what I teach with wisdom culture. How to simplify it. how to make it understandable, how to remove it from intellect on the left side of your brain, intellect, school, memorizing things, to the right side of the brain where it's not even about having to remember. It's installed into your subconscious. So it's intuitive. You've done it. You've done it. That's wisdom. And when you've done it, you can distill it down to very simple principles. Formulas. Time plus energy equals results. That's one. What's the secret to success? Stay focused, don't quit. That's another. There's so many different formulas that I'm using. RACT principle. That'll teach you everything you need to know about relationships and relationships of business. That'll teach you everything when you understand it through experience. It has to be lived and breathed. And I'm looping back to this point. My point of what I'm saying is I have worked against the grain pretty much my whole life. Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie, what's this weird stuff you're doing? Charlie, why don't you get a normal job, Charlie? Charlie this, Charlie that. Charlie, do this. Charlie, you're just strange, aren't you? What is Charlie doing? I can't tell you how much that's spun in specific environments, particularly growing up around people in the UK. It's a UK cultural mindset. But it's just generally out there. When I meet strangers that have never known me from my past, isn't it interesting how receptive they are to me? How complimentary they are to me? How inspired I hear that they are from me? What a blessing. Simply because I'm able to make courageous steps and step out of my comfort zone, get out of my hometown, keep changing, keep moving, keep challenging myself. I'm in this different lane than what the average individual is, and that's why I'm way above average. And I'm in this situation right now realizing how crucial all the work I did when I wasn't earning any money, when I was broke as fuck, you know, earn a little bit of money here, earn a little bit of money there, always run great businesses, always run a great service, never really made a lot of money with it. Yeah, I've got a great reputation in the businesses that I've created. The Secret Food Club, any of my DJing events, any people that have got therapy or coaching from me, any consultation services that I did, anything that I've done in any single capacity, even working at McDonald's, I was good, right? But that, to me, whilst I was doing all that, was background experience, whilst I was really building up the true value, which is characteristics, which is experience, which is energy, which is getting to know who the fuck I was, putting myself in challenging situations so I knew who I was, to remove the beliefs of people that projected an idea of who I was onto me, their idea from their limited beliefs. I control the world around me by not being sucked into anyone else's world. That requires years. Years and years and years, and notice the pattern of what I'm doing right now is repetition and patterns and cycles and drilling this cycle into my mind and in my subconscious so I don't have to think. So my thinking's actually going and flowing into my communication and not this skipping rope so much. If I can do that in almost every other area of my life and save my mental space and thinking capacity for new things and solving problems, I'm a very, very competent, powerful individual. Doesn't matter what numerical figures in my bank right now. You put me, and I've got a lot to learn, preface, hell of a lot to learn, very much a student mind all the time. I promise you this now, you put me around billionaires right now, I will adjust so quick and still add so much value to that room simply because who I am as a man and who I am as an individual, and I have an unwavered, convicted belief that it's impossible I wouldn't be. Why? Because I know I've done the real work. I know I've done the real shit. And not only have I done the real work, I've done it with integrity. I've never betrayed anyone, I've never wronged anyone, never scammed anyone, never done it to make a sale, never done it because I thought about the money in my bank. Even with, and I remember there was a time, I could not even afford my phone bill. And I remember at a time I said that I would Someone asked me, requested me for services that I did. It's actually food. And I remember I said, yeah, well, look, let me do this for you, right? And, don't pay me up front. I'll do this for you. If you're happy with the food, we'll go with this price. And he was kind enough to pay me in advance. And it's just interesting how that works. Even at my brokest point, my primary focus was to serve an individual first, to provide that true value so I earn money, and money came before anyway. That's never not happened to me. Sometimes it takes a long time. It's a big test of patience. It's a massive test of patience, in fact. But when you're experienced in these cycles, you'll know this is how it works. You will be pushed to your absolute limit. You will get to a point where you think this can't get any worse. This is really bad. This is where you manage. It's like holding your breath. It gets more and more intense as you get closer towards breathing in again. It gets more and more intense, and you can hold that. Same as exercise. The last reps as you're failing are the most intense reps. Those are the reps that help you grow. That's where change happens. And when life's pushing and you are staying patient, you're working, I like to say working with that force, but you could see it as I'm not being crushed by this force, so I'm pushing back. You'll see that everything gets really, really intense before a breakthrough moment happens. And then life can change in an instant. There was a quote I actually read from Jeff Bezos the other day. And he said something along the lines of, you can absolutely grind for 4 to 5 years, or 4 years or whatever he said, get 0 results or feel like you're getting nowhere, and then everything can change and you can become the next best thing in a year. Compound growth, these formulas, this isn't something I've just learned through experience. If you do the work, you'll truly understand it. You'll have the wisdom. If you want to know books that are good for this, there's a lot of people that speak about books. They talk about authors that come to my mind are Mark Manson, James Clear, Atomic Habits. Great books, sure. Yeah. But they're all modernized people. And they're great books. Read books that were written over 100 years ago. Read The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Read, what's another good one? You can go to a YouTube channel, you can listen to all of these amazing books. Listen to them. The YouTube channel is called the Master Key Society. That's it. The Master Key Society. And you'll see all those books that are written hundreds of years ago. Or 100 years ago at least. And you'll see the power of what they talk about. People knew this. We're just in a modern time. Right? There's many different people that are trying to bring that message. There's a guy that does the podcast. It's called Modern Wisdom. Don't know who that guy is. If I know the Modern Wisdom podcast, I know the guy's face. I'm doing wisdom culture. There's many different people. Wisdom. This is timeless, replicable, quantifiable, measurable principles and values that will lead you towards success. Now, I'm here to work out. I'm not going to talk too much longer, but I'm looping this back to the point. What I see in the space right now is everyone wants a good opportunity. Everyone wants to have that life-changing opportunity. And marketing, unfortunately, has construed your idea of what's possible for you right now. For most people. Marketing has fucked you. It's destroyed your expectations of what's possible for you right now. And it makes you feel like, you do a little bit of work, you make one investment, you can be on the beach, you can be closing deals, and you make 10K a month. And you just start there. Horrendous level of expectation. And I've seen people suffer tremendously as a result of them going through the hardship, going, what? I thought this was going to be easier. If you go in with a mindset, oh, this is going to be easy, it's going to be fucking a lot harder. Do you go in with a mindset saying, this is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I'm willing to die, I'm willing to go 100 years to make this work, it's going to be fucking a lot easier. Mindset, perspective, wisdom, value. And do you know what it takes? Do you know what it actually takes to get that across? It takes someone that's not scared to admit that and tell people that, because they're not there for the sale. They're there for the service, and they're there for the change, and they're there for the performance and the impact and the inspiration and the care. A lot of people say shit. Very few people follow through with it. People are talking, marketing. And they're being fucking disserved because I'm dealing with them. Clients that I work with, students that I've coached, people that I've seen day in, day out come with the same problems to me because I've been confused and corrupted. I'm a sales manager in a role right now, and I see people, we already know what's going on in the market. Our team have gone into the other sales funnels and seen what so-called competitors are doing. They don't give a fuck. They do not care. And people are buying into just impartially inferior solutions because everyone's there to sell. And people are being sold. And buyers will they have to take accountability. Like, there's no wrong or right here. Like, it's just what's happening. But it's so rare that people are there actually ready to do what they need to do, and someone's there to say, hey, look, this isn't going to be easy. You're not going to get rich quick. Oh, you think this is going to happen in a few months? Wrong. If you think that, you can walk away right now. You can walk away right now, and good luck to someone that tells you from where you're at today, in a few months your life is going to change. No. If you make this decision today, your life will change. Absolutely, because you've made a big decision and you've made an investment. However, you need to manage your expectations so you can succeed. And that journey can be as enjoyable as it can be. So if you don't have at least the next 1 to 3 years in your mind of hard work, you're not going to make it. Because you'll struggle and you'll quit. And I'm telling you, I'm sharing with you the secret that you can decide to walk away from and ignore. But here it is. Stay focused. Don't quit. And I guarantee you, by the law of God himself, you will succeed. And if you don't, it's because you quit. Not because it didn't happen. Your expectation of time is warped. Quick. Slow is fast. And if you can get that mindset, understand everything in this world, this skipping rope, this floor, this ground, this music, everything starts in the mind. And if you understand anything about, it's just actually the law of reality in the universe, but there is texts that are written from the Kabbalion, and it's mentalism, that everything is mental. Because nothing is a solid object. Nothing is solid. It's electromagnetic resistance that provides this experience for us that makes us feel this is solid, but it's not. It's magnetism. It's resistance. It's opposing. It's not opposing. It's the same forces. And they're resisting each other. It provides the illusion of solidity. But we're empty space. And why am I saying this? What the hell does this have to do with sales, man? What the fuck is going on? I'll tell you why I'm saying it. Because if you don't conceptualize that, everything you do, literally, everything is going to be misplaced. Because you won't understand the source of what creates the life that you want. So be careful of people telling you X, Y, Z. This can happen in this time. And you will know from your feeling You will know from your sense way more than what you can intellectually understand and process. So to the people right now that want a greater opportunity in life, that they want a good, even if it's just an opportunity in sales, if you want that, you can't look at that external opportunity as the thing that's going to change your situation. It has to be you first. You. Who are you? The work you do on you. And an opportunity will give you experience to attain that. It's going to challenge you. I'll smack this bag up.